It's a fun subject to teach. It's an elective, and so if you get sometimes you get the kids that just want to get their elective out of the way and be gone, and that's fine, and they do get something out of it eventually. But it's fun watching the kids that really come in, they either know what they want to do, they know how they're an artist and they got that mindset, or it's even better is when you get a kid that comes in and they had no idea what clay was, ceramics was, what pottery on the wheel was, and they start touching it and you see the light bulb going off and they get pretty excited and become lifelong fans of the sport. Started off with no particular major. Actually, I wanted to do sports psychology, but found out I did not like that in college. And then kind of wandered around for a while at Tech, figuring out what I wanted to do. Wandered my way into the art department. Actually, I have a jewelry and metalsmithing degree. My Bachelor of Fine Arts is in that, and I have a minor in clay. After graduating, I started playing around with clay more, doing more of that. Eventually got my own wheel, and then once my kids were raised, I could do that more full-time, make more art. End up getting a residency downtown at CASP, the Charles Adams Studio Project. Lived there for 5.5 years. And then about 2001, I applied for a substitute job at the school, and they offered me a full-time job, and that was 18 years ago. I've been doing that ever since. You know, this is what I love to do. I work in this ceramic studio all day, and then I go home. I either have a studio to work in or I stay here and work. But I'm a working artist as well. I make art, so I'm passionate about what I'm doing. I'm not just a teacher. So I think that kind of rubs off on the students to some degree because they see that excitement. But as far as teaching goes, I kind of get in and show them a few things, and then a lot of times I just get out of their way and let them fall down, stumble, make a few mistakes. But then they start figuring out, hey, I can solve problems on my own, and I can be creative, and I do have some talents in that way, and I can come up with my own things and figure out solutions, and that's fun to see. That's exciting when kids do that, and then they're in charge of their own destiny with it. I like kids. The thing that motivates me and gets me up is the kid that's in my face. Hey, how do I do this? How do I do that? Did you see that? Did you see that YouTube video where? And they're excited about art, so it makes me excited, and then it just keeps me going. Is those kids that can become the sponge and absorb it, and that light bulb is just flashing bright above their head. I tell the story to my students. One thing I can almost guarantee they'll always need is to be able to be creative and problem solve. And if you can't make good art, that's not such a big deal, but if you can problem solve and come up with new ideas, better ideas than the next person in our society, you've got a leg up over someone else around you.